bias by investigators. Court is back in session today for the sex crimes trial of former DeRidder Mayor Misty Roberts. KPLC's Devin Cruz joins us live.
What's up, YouTube? Today we are covering the crimes of a feminist former mayor, Misty Roberts. In case you guys weren't here, in case you guys don't know, this woman has been arrested and I guess convicted for literally having sex with her underage son's friend during what I suppose is a pool party. So let's get into it, shall we?
From DeRidder from outside the courthouse, Devin.
Yeah, Cynthia, I'll start with some of the procedural stuff. Today started this morning with jury selection after yesterday's jury selection issues. And then after that in the afternoon, both sides got their first opportunity to try and convince the jury. Now, Assistant District Attorney Charles Robinson got his chance first, describing what he called a lewd photo that was uncovered of Roberts and a minor on the night of the party. Robinson said several teens witnessed the incident in question. He went on to outline a text conversation between Roberts and the young man's mother that discussed Roberts' use of birth control. Roberts' defense team told jurors their client is being, quote,
all right. You heard it here. This feminist, an actual mayor of a town, she literally sexually assaulted an underage boy. Literally. Right in front of everybody during an actual pool party. She wasn't even trying to hide it. She literally just thought it wasn't. And I bring this up to you guys, and the reason why I point that out to you guys, the reason why, is because this level of confidence that, hey, that you can get away with doing something like this, it doesn't just accumulate overnight, everybody. It really does not. This takes years. This level of confidence that you can get away with a crime like this, it actually takes years upon years to develop. It really does. A lot of times it will take pretty much about a decade. Doesn't matter which way I look at it. This is definitely not the first time this feminist mayor, or former feminist mayor, has indulged in behavior like this. She clearly has been doing it several times before, and up till now, she's gotten away with it. And the reason why she didn't get away with it this time is because she got way too overly cocky. She really did.
Railroaded. Defense attorney Adam Johnson says she has been targeted, pointing to previous conduct by a judge who's been dismissed from the case. He also highlighted what he calls a biased state police investigation. We heard him quote the same line he did in the evidence hearing a couple of weeks back, where the detective agreed. She said, quote, either the witnesses needed to get on board with the train or get run over. He also said no one reported the alleged crimes the alleged incident to police. Detectives only became involved after social media started churning, and he said that tainted the investigation. Now, Judge Savoy said before opening statements began to...
Or maybe it pushed those police officers in a position where they had no other options but to start investigating it. Which is why a lot of these types of YouTube channels exist. Because let's face it, a lot of times, one of the biggest issues that men have here in the West is that when women like this do this to people, people just like to ignore it or pretend it does not exist. But if the entire world sees it, the whole entire world, well, you can't really pretend it doesn't exist then, now can you? You literally are going to be forced into a box where, saying, okay, the entire world has now seen it, now I have to investigate it. Regardless of how uncomfortable I feel, I have to start addressing it now. Because if I don't, that puts my integrity, my character into question. It really does. Yeah, so let's face it, no one's going to be willing to sacrifice their career for this woman's career. They're not going to do that. Especially if you have kids to feed. They're not going to put their livelihood at risk just to protect the integrity of a woman who's this corrupt. They really will not.
Jury, that this very well may run into Saturday. Today also ended early because of some sort of evidence issue the judge talked about. We'll find out more about that tomorrow at 9 when we're all back here. But for now, reporting here in DeRidder, Devin Cruz.
All right, everybody. That's all that we got time for this one. But note this. So I want to point out to you guys about this. Notice how every time mainstream media covers these types of stories, they're very overly short. Like, their desire to cover this is literally cut to like about a few minutes. It only gets like a few minutes of airtime. Every time they put out this on mainstream media, they don't talk about in details enough. However, when it's a story about a man, they go into excessive details. I find that very curious. I do. Incredibly curious. In fact, I they're called out as saying it's sexist. I honestly God would. Anyways, that's all I got time for this one. We'll see you at the next.